So, hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done any, thoughts that come through my head. And big ups to the sisters and ladies Talk It Out Facebook group. Something interesting happened recently that kind of gave me another aha moment. And I wanted to start this conversation off with a verse that I've been kind of looking at, Proverbs chapter 17 for today, which is Sunday, first day of July. Hey, we made it to July, summer. Woo. So, in the 17th chapter of Proverbs, the base of this conversation, which is entitled "From Brokenness to Beauty," that's the conversation we're going to have today for a little while. I was looking at chapter verse 22 and verse 24. I'll read. Verse 22 goes, "A merry heart doth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones." Verse 24 is, "Wisdom is before him that hath understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth." I love those verses. Recently, I was doing what I do on Facebook, chit-chatting with some of my fellow friends and fans and associates. And there was a thread going on where we were talking about relationships, how people choose people that they date. And something that came out of that conversation was something that happened a long time ago with that made me think about where I was at 20 years ago. It just came to me because the devil has a way of trying to put you back where you were at, and someone said something to me where it made me feel like they were trying to say something about where I came from, and it wasn't a bad thing. It made me actually look at my experiences in such a good way, because I remember in my 20s being very broken. I was like a little bird that was flying with like patched up wings, put a little glue here, there, and the glue was food, and glue was bitterness. My tongue was, I do have a smart mouth. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Don't be fooled by the smile. I have a hot head too. My friends that know me know that I can get a little feisty and fiery about some things. But I was thinking about, verse 21, 22, "A merry heart does good like medicine." When I was in my 20s, my heart wasn't good. It was mired in darkness. It was mired in insecurity. It was mired in feeling overwhelmed and being mad. And I was in a dark place in my 20s. I did things in my 20s I probably regret. I do regret. And when the devil kind of reminded me of what I did, as if, like, that's where you were at, and you won't change, and you haven't, and I have. And it was a really nice moment when I said to God, "Thank you for restoring me from brokenness to beauty." In the 20s, I was very hurt by the lack of presence of my father in my life. I was lashing out at guys. I was doing things that probably could have gotten me in trouble, but God kept his hand on me the whole time. I never really got into any situation that I couldn't get myself out of. Also was hurting in such a way that the only person who could really get hurt was Pam. I never did anything out of spite to anyone. I dated guys, but I would only let them get so far. I wouldn't let guys get close to me. I wouldn't let guys see my heart, because my heart was dark. I was like the walking wounded. I was not feeling good about who I was. My heart was not merry. I was not happy at all. I had really hard relationships with colleagues, family members. I was very snappy. You name it, I wasn't. And so when I thought about reflecting on it, I thought that was, you know, it's so amazing what God can do. Like 20 years ago, I was in that space, and 20 years later, I am in a place of beauty. I'm in a place of peace. I'm in a place of knowing who I am. Um, I'm also in a place of being mature and not going to allow myself to look back like Lot's wife and turn into salt. What happened in the past happened in the past. It was a part of my history, but it's not the part of my future. I live in today. I'm not living in tomorrow. And it's a reminder that, as you go from being broken, and somebody listening to this message might be broken right now. You might feel bad about something that you did in the past or a certain period in your life. You have to let it go. If you don't let it go, it will eat you up. It will hurt you. It will hurt others that you love. And that's one of the reasons why I decided at the end of my 20s to really take a inventory of what I was doing. I did an inventory. I did an internal inventory for Pam, and I wanted to change. I wanted to get my life together. And in order for me to claim beauty, I had to gain wisdom. And I got the wisdom from my grandmother. She used to talk to me all the time about all kinds of things. And, some of the nuggets of knowledge that she left me, she left us early, unfortunately. She passed away in her 80s, but she left these nuggets of life with me, and I wouldn't use those nuggets until I was like 35, 40, and now. So I'm very blessed that I had that conversation with her, and I'm so grateful to God for Him allowing me to draw on the wisdom of others around me. I took pages of scripts from women, powerful women in Christ that were around me, whether they were married family members, people I worked with. Those are people I looked up to. People like Teresa, hey Teresa, who shared their life and really want to empower women to make a change. So it's just a short message today that as you move forward, don't look back, but also you have to let things go. You have to be accountable for whatever situation happened, but don't beat yourself up. God has restored you today. So live in it. Live in that sunshine. Live in it. Take them flowers with you. Be happy, because what happened in the past is in the past. It only becomes your future when you continue to live it over and over again. You don't have to do that. So have a great week ahead, and have any messages for this message from Broken to Beauty. Leave me a message at mocha.sistah@gmail.com. Love you guys.